Harsha's literary sources: Bana's Harshacharitra, Hieun-Tsang's Siyuki. Epigraph sources: Madhuban copper plate inscription, Sonapat inscription on copper seal, Banshkera copper plate inscription, Nalanda inscription, Aihole inscription. Bana's Harshacharitra was the first formal biography of a king. It inaugurated a new literary genre in India. The founder of the Vardhana dynasty was Pushya-Bhuti, who ruled from Taneswar. He served as a military general under the imperial Guptas and rose to power after the Guptas after the ascension of Prabhakara Vardhana. The Pushyabhuti family became strong and powerful. 580 to 605 CE, Prabhakara Vardhana fought against the Gurjaras and the Huns and established authority as far as Malwa and Gujarat. He gave his daughter Rajeshri in marriage to the Maurya king Graha Harman of Kannauj near modern Kanpur, thus making Kannauj his ally. Prabhakara Vardhaman's dream of building an empire was essentially realized by his younger son Harshavardhana. Rajavardhana, the eldest son of Prabhakara Vardhana, ascended the throne. His father's death. He was treacherously murdered by Sasanka, the Gauda ruler of Bengal. This resulted in his younger brother Harshavardhana becoming the king of Tanesar. As Tanesar was too close to the threats from northwest, the Harsha shifted his capital from Tanesar to Kannauj. Kannauj was located in the rich agricultural region of western Ganges plain. Harsha's military conquests focused on his attention of the affairs of Harsha in 606 AD CE. Harsha focused his attention on the affairs of his sister Rajeshri, who had fled to Vindhya mountains to escape from the evil design of Devagupta of Malwa to covet her. Harsha went to Vindhya mountain ranges and succeeded in saving his sister, who was about to burn himself after killing Devagupta. Harsha consoled Rajeshri and brought her back to the kingdom of Kannauj. Later, Rajeshri took to Buddhism and was instrumental in converting Harsha to Buddhism. According to Bana, Harsha, in an effort to build an empire, sent an ultimatum to the following king to either surrender or prepare for a battle. Sasanka, the Gauda ruler of Bengal, Maitra, Khas of Vallabhi, and Gurjara of Broch region, the Chalukya king Pulakesin II in the Deccan, rulers of Sindh, Nepal, Kashmir, Magadha, Odra, northern Odisha, and Kongoda, another geographical unit in Asia. Odisha. Harsha's immediate task was to take revenge on Sasanka. Harsha entered on an alliance with the king of Kamrupa, Pratyogishta, which is today the modern Assam, but there is hardly any detail of the war between Harsha and Sasanka. However, Harsha seems to have successfully subjugated the Gauda Empire, which included Mardata, Gauda, Odra, and Kongoda, only after the death of Sasanka. The hostilities between Harsha and Maitra caste ended in the marriage of Dhruva Bhatta with the daughter of Harsha. Soon, Vallabhi became a subordinate ally of Harsha. Pulakesin to the Chalukya king, Harsha sought to extend his authority southward into the Deccan. However, the Chalukya king Pulakesin II, who controlled the region, humbled Harsha. In commemoration of his victory over Harsha, Pulakesin assumed the title of Parameswara. Inscriptions in Pulakesin's capital Vatapi attest to this victory. Harsha ruled for 41 years. His feudatories included those of Jalandhar in the Punjab, Kashmir, Nepal, Vallabhi. Sasanka of Bengal remained hostile to him, though it is claimed that the Harsha's empire comprised Assam, Bengal, Bihar, Kannauj, Malwa, Odisha, the Punjab, Kashmir, Nepal, and Sindh. His real sway did not end beyond the compact territory between Ganges and Yamuna rivers. The kingdom of Harsha disintegrated rapidly into small states after his death. Harsha had cordial relations with China. The contemporary Zhang Emperor Taizong sent an embassy to his court in 643 and again in 647 CE. On the second occasion, the Chennai ambassador found that Harsha had recently died. On learning that the throne has been usurped by an undeserving king, the Chinese ambassador rushed to Nepal and Assam to raise a force to dislodge the usurper. The emperor was assisted by a council of ministers, Mantri Parishad. In his duties, the council played an important role in the selection of king as well as framing the foreign policy of the empire. The prime minister was the most important position in council of ministers. Key officials: Avanti, minister for foreign relations and war; Simhananda, commander-in-chief; Kuntala, chief cavalry officer; Skandagupta, chief commandant of elephant force; Dirgaj, Dirgajwajas, royal messengers; Banu, keeper of records; Mahabratihara, chief of the palace guard; Sarvagata, secret service department. Bhaga, Hiranya and Bali were the three kinds of tax collected during Harsha's reign. Bhaga was the land tax paid in kind. One-sixth of the produce was collected as land revenue. Hiranya was tax paid by farmers and merchants in cash. There is no reference to the tax bali. The crown was divided into four parts: part 1 for carrying out the affairs of the state, part 2 for paying the ministers and officers of the crown, part 3 for rewarding men of letters, part 4 for charity to religious institutions. Criminal law was more severe than that of the Gupta age. Sakas were appointed to dispense justice. Banishment continued. Limbs of the body were the usual punishments. Trial by ordeal was in practice. Life imprisonment was the punishment for violation of laws and plotting against the king. Hieun-Tsang, the Chinese pilgrim, spent nearly 13 years in India collecting sacred texts and relics which he took back to China. He was known as the Prince of Pilgrims because he visited important pilgrim centers be associated with the life of Buddha. His CUK provides detailed information about social, economic, religious, cultural conditions during the reign of Harsha. Ordinary soldiers were known as Chattas and Bhattas. Cavalry officers were called Brihadiswaras. Infantry officers were known as Baladikritas and Mahabaladikritas. Hieun-Tsang mentions the four divisions Chaturanga of Harsha's army. He gives us details about the strength of each division, its recruitment system and payment of recruits.